Remember critical race theory? Remember anti-racism? Remember the entire movement that wormed its way into our public school curriculum? A whole lot of the books and speeches and lectures and lesson plans for the whole critical race theory push of the last 5 years in your public education system, in your kids' elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools. It was all devised and written by or created by this guy, Ibram X Kendi. He's a professor and he's a race baiter. He created the whole anti-racism movement. The philosophy behind anti-racism is it's not good enough to not be a racist. You need to be actively anti-racist. You need to be our ally here. In fact, if you claim that you're not racist, that's a surefire sign that you are racist. Get it? It's all about equity. It's all about, I'm going to let you hear from Ibram X Kendi himself, because it's impossible not to reach the conclusion that this is really racism itself.
That I don't think white people worldwide have really reckoned with how much their own personal identity is shaped by constructions of whiteness.
You're going to hear all of it, I promise, but it's impossible not to stop and comment at that moment. Whenever somebody makes a grand global statement about an entire group of people who are only identified distinctively based on their skin color and determine that they all share a common emotion, feeling, principle, or value because of the color of their skin, there's only one word for that. It's racism. Ibram X Kendi is a racist. In fact, his words betray that very point. But I'm going to let him finish because it's not good enough. What he set up is not good enough for you to get outraged.
And how much that construction of whiteness prevents white people from connecting to humanity. In other words, recognizing that when you recognize that you are part and parcel of humanity, in other words, you're not over humanity, right? It allows you to really be able to connect to people who don't look like you, who have kinky hair, who have dark skin, and to see yourself in them. And it's whiteness that prevents that, right? And when you're not able to see yourself in other human beings, that creates all sorts of problems.
Try this at home. I want you to go to your office HR department and say, it just occurred to me that Black people are incapable of connecting to humanity because of their Blackness. I want to see how that works out for you. I want to see how your HR department responds to that. If you don't get fired on the spot, they will make you go through a DEI inclusion anti-racist seminar, which, by the way, was probably written and crafted by this guy.
But not just societal problems, personal problems that I think hopefully this film and this work will liberate those folks from. So I think it's liberating all the way around, right? I think it will liberate, really all of us, because, we've all been told a lie about ourselves and other people.
Ooh.
What really bothers me most about this stuff is that this is taken as intellectualism in our culture and society right now. This is raised up as some sort of high-minded, well thought out, intellectual, revealed truth that only a few of us can really see and properly appreciate. This is actually the most primitive way of looking at, thinking about, and talking about other people in this world. It goes all the way back to the beginning of mankind. The most primitive thing is to judge people based on their appearance, certainly based on their skin color, which is exactly what he does. But he does it with a PhD. And he does it with the approval of the intellectual class in this country. I need you to do something for me. It's so important. Don't just watch this video and get outraged about this and then fire off something on your Facebook page when you share this video, and I wish you would share this video. No, I need you to do one more thing. I need you to go to your local school system, whatever school your kid is in, and get a list of the books that are in your school system's curriculum right now for all the classes, and search Ibram X Kendi's name, Kendi. See how many of this guy's books they're utilizing right now. And not just in your kids' curriculum, but also what they're using for training sessions for the teachers in your schools. More often than not, you're going to find his name. And you need to do what you can to put a stop to it. Not only because your tax dollars shouldn't go to get this racist bigot wealthier, but also because you need to protect your kids from this hateful ideology. And that's all it is.